Hi, welcome to Module 8 on Fears, Frustration, Wants and Aspirations, one of my favorite ones. The FFWA exercise is one of the easiest ways to start tapping into the emotional triggers of your customers. Between you and your team, you will most likely come up with a decent list of responses, but don't stop there. To fully appreciate the benefits of this exercise, you must ask your customers for their input as well. I suggest that you create some demographic groups within your customer base and ensure that you ask these questions to a number of them in each group. For example, you could divide your customers according to their size, their geographic region, their business type, or even their profitability to you. So let's look into the first one, fears. Again, when you think of your current customers, what are some of the main fears that they have in relation to the products or services that you provide? What would stop them buying from you or your competitors? So remember, it's you and your competitors. Do you actually know what fear really stands for? It stands for false evidence appearing real. Well, this is really an apt description because it explains that fear is really just a false thought. Unless you ask your customers what they fear, and you may have to draw that out of them, in fact you will have to, then you will never know. And if you don't know what their fears are, then there's absolutely zero chance that you've got any chance of actually managing those false fears. What complicates matters a little bit more is that often your customers may not consciously be aware of these fears themselves. And again, unless you are aware of this, they will simply walk away, not engaging in doing business with you and believing that, inverted commas, it just did not feel right, is what they will be telling themselves. But they have no grasp on what the issue really was. It was just their gut reaction. The second part is frustrations. So again, when you think of your current customers, what are some of the main frustrations that they have in relation to the products or services that you or your competitors provide? Frustrations differ to fears as they are real, they are not imagined. They have either had personal negative experiences themselves, or they know of others who have experienced this frustration and they have subsequently internalized these emotions to make it their own. A little bit more difficult to manage for sure. Number 3 is wants. When you think of your current customers, what are some of the immediate wants that they have in relation to your products or services, and that from your competition as well? How often have you shopped for something and you feel that the salesperson just does not get what you're after? Or alternatively, you have experienced a fantastic shopping experience. What did you really appreciate beyond just the immediate product or service that you brought? Possibly there are a whole bunch of hidden wants in your offering. So let's run through some examples on that. For example, when you experience something really good, it could be that it just made me feel special or valued. Or I just love the unexpected gifts that they happen to give me. Or they really gave me complete peace of mind. Or they were just so friendly and knowledgeable. Or they really helped me in clarifying exactly what I needed and nothing more. As I go through those examples, some of them may be resonating with your type of business. The assumption made here is that your product or service lives up to the basic and expected needs of the customer and the product itself. But if you satisfy these needs, then we assume your customers will be doing the same. What we really want to achieve is to tap into a deeper level, one that leaves a lasting positive memory and one that your competitors are less likely to match. The last one is aspirations. So again, when you think of your current customers, what are some of the aspirations that they have in relation to your product or service and from your competitors as well? An aspiration is sort of the opposite of a fear in that it is just an imagined thought and therefore it is not real. Often these aspirations are not revealed up front or even consciously acknowledged by the customers themselves. You may need to dig deep in order to understand what their true aspirations are. The easiest way to start brainstorming on this is to consider what they want to do with your product or services after they have bought it, and to then challenge them why that is so important to them. For instance, for example, they would like to buy your compostable dinner plates. This is important to them as they hate knowing that the disposable plastic plates will most likely be exported to another country, not recycled, and end up polluting the environment. Their aspiration is a pollution-free world.